How's it going?
You gotta take the pictures of the cars and stuff.
No, I'm a YouTuber. Well, you might be asking yourself, what are you doing in the junkyard? Well, normally I told myself I wasn't going to put any money toward the CRX. Well, then a friend of mine, Davis, sent me a message, and there was a red 91 CRX that just got put out here. It's in really good condition. Had those aftermarket projector headlights, and I was going to come out here and strip it. They're already gone. Everything's gone. The front end's completely gone. There's a guy out there actually standing next to it. Hey, there's a Miata. Something you don't see out here very often. Well, it's already completely stripped. All the useful stuff seems to be gone. So I have one more mission that I was going to try to look at while I was out here. And there's an 07 Accord or an 04 Accord out here somewhere with a 5-speed manual. So that might be a possible car I can steal the transmission for the CRX. So I'm on the hunt for that Accord right now. And I'll show you the CRX. It's already stripped and there's just not much left of it. So, and there's, like I said, there's a guy guarding it, so they're still stripping it. So that's a huge bummer. Kind of ruined my trip already. Came out here in a bad mood just from the start. And here's an Accord. I don't think this is it. I think the Accord I'm looking for is blue. Yeah, it's an auto car, an auto. So I want to continue my journey here and see if I can't find that blue Accord. Well, it may not be a total waste. Looks like the guy that was guarding the CRX is gone. And it does look like it has a good set of taillights, so I will be able to score those. I don't really need taillights for a race car, but kind of makes the car look a little bit more complete. I still haven't found that 5-speed Accord yet, so search continues. But I'm making my way back over to the CRX, see if I can't swipe those taillights assembly. Oh, look at that, some friggin' RSX out here. It's an auto car, but still. That is curious. I might want to come back and explore this one a little bit further. So I ended up getting the tail lights out of this one, which I was what I was needing anyway. I got that little corner light. I got the other little things here and there. But I think that should be about it. I actually got one of these, the reservoir that I had broken on mine. So that'll be good. I can just wash that out and that'll be good to have that reservoir back. But I'm gonna go see if I can't find that Accord, and then we're gonna hit the road. Well, that wasn't something I was expecting to see, but there's a newer model Civic 5-speed out here actually. So that is another K series manual I could possibly use for the CRX. And the motors, looks like I hit the front pretty hard, so I don't know if that case is any good anymore, but it's a possibility. That's something I wasn't expecting to see out here. Sick paint job, bro. Well, I brought the trailer expecting to have a lot more than just a few parts. As you can see, whatever. I brought it just in case. I was gonna have to get the front bumper, headlights, fenders. I expected to get a lot more than that, but what I got was a really nice set of taillights. I got the center light, I got the corner light that's broke, I got this glass that's kind of missing out of the corner, and I got this reservoir for the brake fluid that I was missing. Well, actually it's broke. So, I mean, for the most part, I made out pretty well. It's a start. To me, the CRX is a beautiful car and it deserves to have the most complete look to it when I race it. So I want to make sure that it looks good if it has my name attached to it. So this is a start. We'll get more. Like I said, I didn't plan on putting my own money into it, but they only charged me 20 bucks for all this stuff, so I can't complain. FREERX, 20 bucks, whatever. All right, back to the house. This is my loving family that puts up with my junkyard runs. And thank you, sweetheart. Oh yeah, it's food time. I can bring her to the junkyard as long as I feed her. She's like a cat. She likes to be warm and nap, and she likes food. Hey, did you have fun? He's occupied, don't worry about him. All right, food time. So we're back at the garage, and looking back at the CRX, I didn't realize this taillight was also busted. This is the driver's side taillight. I did get the middle piece to replace this, so that'll look good. And I didn't realize this one wasn't that beat up. It's just got one crack here. So I don't know if I need to replace that yet. So I'll go ahead and just replace this middle piece. And I got this missing panel that was missing from this. I'll go ahead and plug this where the windshield wiper on the rear end was, just to close that off. I will need to replace all the Alexa, and you can tell it's pretty beat up. It's just weathered just from being sitting out for so long. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on all that. What I wanted to go ahead and do also is clean this up. You can tell it's pretty gross just from sitting outside for so long. I'm gonna go ahead and start scrubbing this stuff up, and then I'll install it on the car. I just grabbed some Dawn soap and a little bit of a wet rag and cleaned all that film and grime and all that stuff that's been sitting there. It looks like it probably just sat in a field for a while, but you can see how much better that looks. This is what it used to look like. So you can tell it was just grimy, just like I said, that mold or whatever kind of sat on there for a while. So cleaned up real nice. I'm really excited about that. And as I was cleaning this, I was thinking, so I've got a wonderful friend, FoxDesignSETC, Paul over there. Huge Honda guy, excellent for all of our communities, big into wagons. He's got one of the most beautiful wagons I've ever seen. He does reproduction stickers, but what I was thinking for FREERX is I can see if I can talk to him about donating a FREERX sticker in this same font to put on the back. That way we can replace this one that's kind of, you know, chewed up and old, and it'll actually say FREERX on the back. So I will message him after this video comes out, and we'll see if we can work out a deal. I think that'd be really sick. Alrighty, got that middle taillight replaced. Looks a lot better already. I went in and cleaned up the other taillights, even though they're not spectacular. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about replacing that passenger one because it's actually in pretty good shape. So I'd like to go ahead and replace that driver's side one just because it's knocked out. And while I was at it, I went ahead and RTV'd that in. I went ahead and taped it on it just so it settles, let it set overnight. It's a little cool in here, so it may not settle, so I'll just leave it taped up, so that should be fine either way. I'm not super worried about it. It's not a critical point. And like the fact I brought up yesterday, is any of this stuff necessary? No, it's not necessary at all. But if it's gonna have my name on it, I wanna make it a nice clean CRX. That's on me, that's part of my personality. This is more than just a project to me. This is big. This is a really humbling thing for me, and to be able to have the CRX and be able to work on it and be able to provide something to the community that everybody else can use. I want to do this thing right. No half-ass, no half measures, no half anything. So I've got a lot of good plans for it. I want to go to the engine bay and show you guys a couple things while we're here on this video. This does have the K mounts in here. So the K passenger side mount, you actually have to cut off the rear factory mount to clear the motor and then weld in this one. They welded this one in. You can see it's got quite a bit of surface rust on there. So what I'm going to do in the next couple videos is we're going to clean all this stuff up and get these repainted. And I'll probably just go ahead and redo the whole engine bay while we're at it. As you can see down here at the bottom, it has the innovative mounts, which I'm not a huge fan of the innovative mounts. This is, I think, the first generation innovative mount. The newer ones like I have on my wagon are good because they don't, mounting to these tow hook locations are not great. They flex quite a bit side to side, and it's not an excellent mount point. The new mounts all mount to where this front, I guess you'd call it front subframe, bolts up to. I like that mounting a lot better. The only problem is when they put this innovative traction bar in, the same problem everybody else has where they try to mount that up and the rib nut goes crazy in there and breaks loose. That does happen quite a bit. That's another reason I don't like this mount. But as you can see, they welded that up on both sides. So I'll either have to cut that out if I end up replacing it, but I think it should be fine for the purposes for a free rallycross car. It's got the good Heim joints here on the back where it mounts to the lower control arm, so that's good. That looks like it'll be in good shape. So another thing I was reading about K-Series, I've been doing a lot of research and going to VTech Academy on YouTube and seeing their K-Series CRX build. And one thing they're doing is you have to take off this proportioning valve and move it back. And I saw their video doing it and I realized, oh yeah, it's already been disconnected on this one. So what they did on VTech Academy is they took this, turned this bracket around, and just bolted it to the firewall, which is what I'll end up eventually doing. But since it's disconnected, that gives me a chance to clean up the firewall and repaint it and all of this stuff, get it all ready, take care of some of this rust stuff that's starting to form on the wall. For the most part though, this car is a very rust-free car. Besides just surface rust from where they've crudely ground stuff or left that bare metal exposed to the elements for so long. That is a concern for me, because if you don't treat this thing right before you weld it on, rust can form behind that motor mount. Kind of concerns, but since this isn't going to be a daily driven car, it's going to be a rallycross only car, I think that'll be okay. Like I said, I'll clean up the surface rust on this thing with a wire wheel and grinder, and I will recoat that and stop some of the rust that's on the outside at least. So this is the brake fluid reservoir. Like I said, it's all just dry rotted and cracked. I got a new one of those, but I think instead of just swapping that out, I may just go ahead and get a new master cylinder. I don't know, it just had a lot of elements in there, and I don't really feel like flushing all that mess. We'll see. I may be able to pull one out of the yard that looks a little better. Besides that, everything's just kind of crudely, you can see they kind of made their own mounts to hold the headlight on. I'm probably gonna redo all that just to strengthen everything up. Since this was a drag race build, everything's kind of made really lightweight to the point where it's kind of crappy. Like this fender, I'm not even sure that's a CRX fender. That's kind of why I wanted to get the fenders from the Junkyard one, the pick and pull one. And after looking at these again, I may still get those from the yard, even though they're kind of dented up, pretty gnarly. They're all cut up and just hacked away. We shall see. There's gonna be a lot to go through and figure out. I got some ideas and some new plans for it, but little steps, just getting there, just making it look a little better. And replacing some of the broken parts is a big thing to me. It makes the car feel a little better to me. So that'll wrap up my Honda adventures for today. The CRX is doing well. I may still go grab a couple more parts from the Junkyard for it, we'll see. I did just get a message from my friend Matt that their pick and pull is having a 25% off for their discount membership for engines and transmissions, January 4th or the 10th, I believe. So I may, if I can't find a K-Series transmission, I did see one manual out there in a newer model Civic. Another thing is there's a RSX base model out there. If I go out there and it's a nicer day, I can pull the oil pan off that RSX and see if it's clean. It's kind of a gamble. I don't know. I could just pull the whole motor and bring the whole motor home, have another K-Series here at the house. But that'll probably be about 200 bucks or so. And like I said, I don't want to spend a lot of my money into this. This is trying to avoid that, but I know me, and I know that I get excited about stuff, and I want to just get stuff. Worst case scenario, I go out there and I pick up a 5-speed transmission for the K-Series, and we just make it work. So, I don't know, guys. I got some things to think about. If you guys have any ideas, or if you have any stuff you want to donate to the FREERX, let me know. If you need my address, shoot me a DM. If you have me on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, I'll provide you with my shipping details and send it away, because this thing's coming along. I have a lot of people that are pitching in and have ideas and might have stuff laying around, so thank you guys for that. This is going to be exciting. Like I said, this is not my car. This is my community's car. This is the ARSCCA Rallycross Program's car. I'm just a mediator. So I'll catch you guys later, and hope you guys have a nice New Year's in case I don't see you. See you guys.